Hello musicians, welcome back. Andrew Mercer here, and we're going through Artistry and Strings violin book. We are at Unit 2. Congratulations. So in Unit 2, they start off with trying to get our fingers of our left hand all settled away on the D string. Now this is not difficult at all. And when in a couple of minutes you're going to look back and say, oh, I thought that was hard, but it isn't. It's easy. Okay, so let's go through a couple of things. They talk on the top of page 13 in the book, they talk about naturals and sharps. Okay, in violin, in music, in all music, a sharp means go up. Okay, it goes up. And natural would just be like a natural note, or if you're playing piano, it will be a white key. Sharp means go up. Now, go up, how much? Well, if you're talking about violin, it's a sharp. If you sharpen a note, it's not actually going up very much. Let me demonstrate. You've already learned where your third finger goes. Where your third finger goes on the D string. So your third finger is going to go there. Now, your first finger has a real natural place it's going to go as well. It will fall in right here. So your first finger and your third finger they have natural place where they go. Because we've learned where the third finger goes, and your first finger is just going to fall right in a natural spot right here. Just follow your intuition. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Your middle finger, your second finger, doesn't actually go directly between the two, equally between the two. It can actually go next to the first finger like this. We're going to go next to the third finger like this. Now on the D string, this we can play, well, on all the strings actually, we can play either way. Next to the third finger, next to the first finger. But we never play directly between the two, like equally between the two. You never do that. That will be out of tune. Now, if you look down on the near the top of page 13, you'll see the D string finger position, finger patterns. You need to read that bit of text that's there. But if you notice, we have the dots on the D string. The first finger would be E. Second finger is an F. But if you notice on the diagram on the left, if you put your second finger close to your third finger, your second finger is actually sitting on what we call F sharp. If you look at the diagram on the right, if you put your second finger close to your first finger, that would be an F natural. Okay, an F natural. So on a piano, it will be a white key. So we're going to, for a lot of what we're going to be playing now, we're going to be using F sharp, which would be close to your third finger. Okay? Now, what I want you to do now, this is not in the book, but what I'm going to get you to do now is I'm going to get you to start to play a little bit of a D scale. This is half of a D scale. And the way you play it is, you play first no fingers on the D string, so an open D string. And then you put your first finger on. Okay? And then you put on that F sharp. That F sharp. So it would be a little bit far away from the first finger, sorry. And that will be an F sharp. And then you put your third finger on. And that's a half of a D scale. That's half a D scale. Let me play it again. You see that? That's half a D scale. And you can play it backwards too. But make sure your second and third finger are like mashed together. They can be really close. If you play it with a not close, it's going to sound out of tune. So be very careful about that. So keep your second finger close to your third finger. Okay? So that's that. Now, if we look at exercise 30, down and back variations, you'd use the rhythms from the previous page, the sport rhythms, okay? And you play each of these notes. Now, we just did our D scale, our half a D scale. So what they would have us do is play the rhythms with those scales. So, like, let's say if we used, I don't know, let's use the first one, fast, run, rest. So that it'd be rhythm A on page 12. Okay, or if you're doing Kado, ta, ta, rest. Okay, so we'll start on, I'm doing 30. Okay, I'm doing 30, which is on page 13. I'm going to start on the G, on the D string, which is 3 fingers on the D string. You can see here, 3 fingers on the D string. We're going to use the rhythm ta, ta, rest, and then we continue on from there. Here it goes, 30. 1, 2, 3. See, nothing to it, nothing to it. You got to make sure though that second finger, that F sharp, is close to your third finger, which is a G. Okay, let's go on to 31. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that uses that little scale that I showed you earlier. Again, that D scale, half a D scale. Very useful, and you should do that. You should do that. It really helps settle your hands away. Now I'm going to review a little bit though. Make sure that when you're playing, you notice my wrist here, really nice and straight. Use a mirror. Keep your wrist the same way. If you find yourself doing this, please fix it. Please. Your fiddle should be held with your neck, held with your shoulder, and you should have a nice straight wrist here so your wrist is not doing anything weird. Nothing like this, nothing like that, nothing like this or that, anything weird. You want to make sure your wrist stays nice and straight all the time. You'll be happy later. Okay, let's do the bottom of page 13, 32 steps to success. Now we're doing playing pizzicato and arco. Now pizzicato is picking. So you pick with your finger, so you can use your pointer finger and you can pick. Okay, so you can play pizzicato and then arco. So let's try it. I'm going to start with pizzicato first. Now, if you're playing pizzicato, you can play like this with your finger, or you can play by taking your thumb and placing your thumb in the corner of the wood here of your shoulder rest. I like doing that a lot, so I'm going to do that. Here we go. I'm going to play 32 with pizzicato. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, pizzicato. Now let's try it with the bow. Arco. Arco is another word to say with your drawn bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. So that's number 32. So we're going to stop there. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or send me an email. Go to andrewviolin.com for lots more violin stuff, and I will see you in the next video.